Morning, Abotai. We've been speaking about a lot the mitzvot of the Seder that have to do with eating and drinking. Matzot, maror, the wine. Now we'll speak about possibly, or one of the most important mitzvot of the Leil Seder, which has nothing to do with eating, and it has to do with speaking, which is mitzvat sipur yitziat Mitzrayim. The mitzvah to recount the exodus from Egypt. It's mitzvah asim in the Torah on this night, to say over the sipur yitziat Mitzrayim. Now, just like any other mitzvah that is speech related, a person can be yotzet this mitzvah with shomea k'oneh, which means that if the Baal Habayit reads the Haggadah and has kavanah for everybody at the table, and everybody has kavanah to be yotzeh, technically they don't have to read along. They can listen along to the Baal Habayit, and they be yotzeh the mitzvah of sipur yitziat Mitzrayim. Nevertheless, in many families, the minhag is to split up the sections of the Haggadah, men, women, children. That was actually the minhag in Maran Zichron Bracha's house. He did that over there also. They split up portions of the Haggadah, and when everybody reads their piece, everybody else on the table reads along quietly. And that's how they used to go about it. It's important to note that Agon Chafetz Chaim writes that every word that a person spends on this night, speaking about Hashem's miracles and Yitziat Mitzrayim and all these things, it's mechaper, it atones for diburim asurim, forbidden speech, throughout the entire year. So it's a very, very big thing. Now, with regards to divrei Torah during Magid, as follows. It's important to explain what's going on, what we're talking about, but just bullet points. The bulk of the divrei Torah, Maran Zichron Bracha would not give during Magid because he wanted to keep it moving, because there's a time limit for the mitzvot of this evening. He would give most of his divrei Torah either at the meal or the next day during the Seudat Yom Pesach. But during Magid, he would keep it to instructions, bullet points of what was going on, but not very long and drawn out divrei Torah. It's important also, the Zohar Kadosh writes that on this night, when we say the Magid, when we speak about the Sipur Yitziat Mitzrayim, the Malachim gather around us to listen to what we're saying, and then HaKadosh Baruch Hu calls up the Malachim and tells them, look at my children, look how they praise me for the miracles that he did for us, and that causes HaKadosh Baruch Hu to want to do more and more miracles for us. So while we're focusing on the mitzvot of the matzah, maror, arba'a kosot, it's also very important to focus on this mitzvah, which is this is the night where we instill emunah u'bitachon in our children for all generations. That's why the Torah. Where else do we find throughout the year that the Torah says what to do with a child who's chacham, rasha, tam, eno yodea lish'al, all sorts of different sons? Why does the Torah put so much emphasis on that? Because this is the night where you're able to impart the most emunah in your children from any other night of the year. This is when you can do it, so a person should obviously capitalize, and the stars of the show on this evening are the children. Make them feel wanted, make them feel heard, make them feel special. That's why even Mishnayot say that the children, we do all sorts of things to keep them up. Give them candies, give them riddles, give them prizes to keep them up, so we can infuse them with this emunah that will stay with them for their entire lives. Be'ezrat Hashem. Yom Tov.